What's going on, YouTube? I'm that cologne guy E, and this is simply put scent. And on this channel, we talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market today. And my goal is to help you smell your best without smelling basic, generic, common. We do not want that, guys. We want you all to smell special. We want you all, well, I want you all to smell like the celebrities you are. You don't have to be a millionaire to smell rich. So that is my goal, to help you smell amazing, but not basic. So I hope you all are having an amazing, amazing Wednesday. Please come through. Please like the video when you do. It's a pleasure to see you all. And I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today, I wanted to kind of revisit a couple of things. I wanted to go over again the Victoria Beckham line because when I was smelling them, I was like, okay, there's certain things that certain thoughts that came to mind, and I actually have the bottles to show you today, as well as I wanted to share with you a couple of fragrances that I've been smelling in the store at Bergdorf Goodman, and I am blown away. By the way, as you all know, I'm always on Wednesdays. I do my live streams at Bergdorf Goodman, literally one of the best playgrounds for fragrance on the planet. And it's never worked for me. It's always fun. And as you all know, I manage an amazing line at the store called The Maker. And although I hate to go on and on and on about the brand that I work for this brand because I chose this brand. So The Maker is insane. And I definitely would love to encourage all of you to consider getting samples of the Maker fragrances because they are really, really good. And the new fragrance that is launching in January is going to be a bestseller. I'm going to let you know right now. You're going to know about the Maker. If you don't know about the Maker yet, you're going to know about the Maker for sure in 2024 because that scent that is coming out is impressive. And I'm not saying that because I work for the brand. I would absolutely call it a 10 out of 10 scent, whether I worked for them or not. It's really, really, really good. I'm almost a little sad that we don't have it earlier because honestly, I think it would destroy the holidays, but it'll be in time for Valentine's Day, which is awesome because the name of the fragrance is perfectly in line with Valentine's Day. And I will let you all know as the new scent from the Maker comes out, more details, but I'm just letting you guys know it is awesome. I feel like it's going to be our Ganymede, our Baccarat Rouge, our Santal 33. It's going to be major. So anyway, enough going on and on and on and on and on about the Maker and the awesome fragrances that the brand that I work for creates. I am so curious, guys, to share with you a couple of things that I've been smelling in the store that I absolutely love, and I wanted to focus your attention on them. But also, I wanted to chat with you all about what's your scent of the day. I wonder what you're smelling like today. So today, I wore an Atelier cologne scent called Rose Anonyme, Anonymous Rose. Rose Anonyme. One of the best rose fragrances ever made, the Extrait I wore today, not the original. That was the rose fragrance in the all pink gold bottle. Anyway, Atelier Cologne made one of the best rose fragrances of all time, in my opinion, and I love it. Rose and them is awesome. It will, like, Rose and them is so crazy that when you smell it, it's like, wow. You never get old lady vibes from it, and I hate to even use that term because, like, there's a lot of fragrances that would fit that term that I absolutely love. So I hate using that word because it comes across like disrespect. Mature. A lot of rose fragrances smell very mature. And Rose and M is just absolutely sexy dark rose. It's like all about earth, soil, stem. It's not just about the petals. And personally, when I'm wearing a rose fragrance, I prefer the rose scent to literally encapsulate the entirety of a rose, not just the petals. To me, the soil is extremely beautiful to communicate in fragrance. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love Rose and M. I hope your fragrances are smelling awesome, but that is the scent that I wore today. What's going on, Jason? I hope you're blessed. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming through. So yeah, Rose and M is crazy, guys. It's absolutely insane. So I was absolutely impressed last week when I smelled Victoria Beckham fragrances. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to like kind of revisit and talk about some of my experiences when I wore them because I wore all three fragrances and I have to say it really, really unfolded on skin, and I was absolutely impressed with what I was smelling, especially considering the source. And I know I shouldn't do that, but a lot of times, again, celebrity fragrances, they smell like celebrity fragrances. You could tell it was like a company saying, "Hey, celebrity, I gotta wait for you to make a ton of money. All you gotta do is give us your name and let us market a fragrance under your name." And then typically the celebrity says, "Sure," without really focusing on who's making it, the company that's producing it, the notes even. They don't even have that concept already mapped out. It's like a pre-made fragrance for a generic celebrity, and usually the celebrity doesn't know like quality fragrances from basic fragrances to know that they are putting their name behind a basic whack generic fragrance. You know, celebrity perfumes tend to be some of the most like cheapest smelling fragrances on the market. There are tons of Zara fragrances that smell way more expensive than most celebrity perfumes. But Victoria Beckham, she kicked it. She really nailed it. She did an amazing job. She put her foot in these fragrances, and I could tell that she was very much so a part of the creative process. I could tell she didn't just slap her name on a bottle or an idea that someone came with her to market, and I like that. I really feel like she did a respectable thing. She showed love for the art of fragrance making, and I find that to be awesome. Um, so I wanted to also share with you but before I go into that, I wanted to share with you a couple of finds that I've been smelling at Bergdorf Goodman. Two of them actually that I'm absolutely impressed by. I want to go over them. One is an oldie but goodie, a fragrance that you've all heard before, but this is a reinvention of that scent, and it's by Tom Ford. And the fragrance is called Ooh, Bright. What's going on, Headless? I'm great, brother. I hope you're doing well. Um, so yeah, this is looking kind of bright on my screen. But basically, guys, this is Tom Ford's Costa Azzurra parfum. Not the eau de parfum, but the parfum. And guys, I love this bottle. I love this bottle. I really, really, really love the bottle. Love the fragrance. When I smell this fragrance, first of all, I don't own this, but I'm literally going to be buying it very soon. This is a scent that I absolutely love, and what I love about it, it reminds me of my childhood. This is the fragrance that I would smell a lot during the 90s. Oh, my bad, Headless. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I need to watch your videos. I'm so sorry. But I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Man, okay, so Costa Azura Parfum. Guys, oh my goodness. This fragrance is I think a very impressive experience. It's a classic styled fougere scent, but it doesn't smell like a fougere that was made in the 50s, 40s, 60s. This smells like a 90s fougere. It encapsulates a style that reminds me of that time. Just really, really, you know what it reminds me of? Like, imagine like a really expensive, like if Calvin Klein did niche fragrances, that's like what this reminds me of. This reminds me of a Calvin Klein fragrance reinterpreted to be expensively niche. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you're a guy that wants to smell attractive, not basic, but not like an older gentleman, but still like a man that's making a lot of money, like a man that's very, 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 very tasteful, this scent is it's impressive. It's such an impressive experience. Uh, it came out in 2022, so relatively new, only less than a year old. And it features notes. I'm gonna show you my screen, guys. Man, it features notes of, well, it's very green. Let me show you my screen. Okay. So this fragrance features Italian lemon, cypress, oak, ab amber. I was about to say Abner. Amber and labdanum. Uh, two really, really awesome base notes in my opinion. I love amber. I love labdanum. Labdanum just smells more green, but it still has this resonance, incensey type of vibe. And of course, amber, just crazy. Supply and demand. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, I used to work around at when I worked at Atelier Cologne, Persol was right down the street. So I took care of the manager there and she took care of me. I miss those days. I mean working downtown, I'm now uptown, I'm like an uptown dude now. I'm literally on 57th Street and Fifth Avenue, but I really, really miss being below 14th Street. I miss those days. Anyway, guys, this is insane. If you're an older guy, you got to wear this. If you're a younger guy, you need to consider it. It definitely will fit a dude over 25. Um, I don't feel like this is a back to school scent at all. But I mean, you could wear this. If you're young, you could easily wear this. You're just going to smell sophisticated. That's not a problem, though. But damn, guys, I don't know. When I smell it, I'm just like, damn, this is like such an 80s, well, not even. This is such a 90s vibe scent that I was absolutely blown away. And when I read some of the like feedback about it, it actually makes sense. Look at this trend line. So the fragrance is literally growing and growing and growing in popularity, which makes a lot of sense to me. It started off really hot, then it crashed, and now all of a sudden people are slowly but surely focusing on it again. And I have to say, I get why it is special. This scent used to be, well, the original, the Eau de Parfum, used to be in the private blend collection. So this is actually like one of the better bargains at Tom Ford because you could literally get this for like about $100 less, or actually, this is like $200 less than the original 100 ml of the same scent, and then eau de parfum, a lesser concentration. So the fact that you could buy this bottle for about $200, it's crazy. This destroys Myself by YSL. This fragrance destroys Y by YSL. This fragrance destroys Sauvage. This fragrance destroys Blur de Chanel. And I don't care if basic people will smell it and not think it's better. It doesn't matter. The noses that know get it. This fragrance is a better perfume, period. It's just much, much better. And when you smell it, you're not going to smell basic. You're not going to smell like every man in the room. You're going to smell really, really well done, though. You're going to smell really, really on point, though. But yeah, I had to talk about this fragrance today because I'm just really into it. Costa Azzurra Parfum by Tom Ford. I think this fragrance it's not a hidden gem because it's a Tom Ford fragrance and nothing Tom Ford does is kind of hidden. But man, impressive, like impressive on another level. Okay, guys, so as you all know, there's a brand called Mind Games that is absolutely destroying. A lot of people are focusing on this brand Mind Games, and for good reason. Mind Games is sick. They do a lot of fragrances that are very fruity. Like if I were to say, like, what is the style of Mind Games? I think like if I would have like encapsulate it in a few like one sentence, I feel like Mind Games does a lot with a lot of fruit. I think they do a lot of things with fruit. and their fragrances come across thick. You know, like when I smell Mind Games fragrances, I'm like, wow, they just don't feel airy. There's a lot of thickness to them. Even the airier fragrances have a density to it that I kind of dig, you know? But what's really weird about this brand, got in a bit late. What's the name again? The name is Costa Azzurra Parfum by Tom Ford. One of the best fougères that you can consider, in my opinion, that doesn't have you smelling like your grandfather on a Sunday. It's just impressive. But yeah, anyway, so Mind Games, a new brand that just came out last year. They came out with 10 fragrances. 10 fragrances. Now that is a lot. When you're a brand that's new, when you're like fresh off the boat and you come out with 10 fragrances, that's crazy. You know, that leaves a lot to be forgotten, but that also leaves a lot to be loved. Um, and I gotta admit, I was kind of like blown away by the first 10. One in particular, Blockade, and I talked about Mind Games fragrances, the first 10, on a live stream a few weeks ago. However, Mind Games just blew my mind because not only do they have 10 fragrances that they just released last year, but they have 10 new fragrances that they released this year, literally a few weeks ago. So Mind Games is all about chess pieces. Every fragrance in Mind Games is basically a chessboard. And the cool thing about it is, I was literally thinking to myself, and I mentioned this during, like, when I was talking about the fragrances, like, what are they going to do when they've exhausted all the pieces on the chessboard? Well, I'm really closer to finding out that information because they literally made a line of pawns. Yes, guys, they just released 10 new fragrances, and their new 10 fragrances are literally pawns. Pawns. You heard it right, guys. So, 10 pawns to come out now. There's a few of them that I absolutely love, but I wanted to focus your attention today on something that's absolutely beautiful, that's in the similar world to Costa Azzurra Parfum by Tom Ford. These two fragrances, in my opinion, are amazing fresh fragrances with a dark style that you could easily wear all year. This could be a signature scent. This could be a scent you wear for any and all reasons. It doesn't matter. You could dress it up, you could dress it down. Will it smell better if you dress it up? You definitely will get more compliments when you dress well, when you wear your best fragrances. Most people don't want to compliment you when you don't look approachable. But when you're dressed a certain way and you smell a certain way, people tend to feel more comfortable to tell you you smell good. Just a little something I've noticed, especially since my styles have been extremely different. If you noticed, if you ever would have walked into, when I was managing Atelier Cologne and you walked in, you're likely going to see me wearing the Supreme hoodie. Meanwhile, fast forward, I'm at Bergdorf Goodman and I'm dressing a lot differently. So I got to notice how people respond to your fragrance when you're wearing scents a certain way and you're dressed low key, or when you're dressed a little bit more bougie and you're wearing fragrances. Like, it's a completely different energy. Guys, if you really want to know the secret to getting a compliment, dress a lot more sophisticated. That is, I think, one of the best ways to get your scents noticed, to dress well. Anyway, I smelled a fragrance from Mind Games that I was absolutely impressed by, and I want you to all smell it. One of the newest fragrances. Now, I talked about this brand. I discussed all of these scents on my live a few weeks ago. However, as I mentioned, they just came out with the Pawns. And the Pawns, guys, oh man, they are great. They are great. And of course, being that this is a chessboard, I'm also thinking, okay, so now you filled up the board. You have all the blacks, you have all the whites, you have the king queens on both sides. Now what do? You literally have 20 new fragrances that you launched within 1 year. What do you do? What do you do next? Like, I wonder if in 2024 they're going to release 10 new fragrances, and if you did that, like, are they going to be in red bottles, blue bottles? Like, what do you do? How do you if I was a creative director for this brand, I would be like, no, we got to think about this. We got to really think this through. because it leaves you with very little room for growth. I guess you could do like different colored chessboards. Maybe that'll work. Because right now it's white and black. Maybe in the future they do blue and red, or, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, so Mind Games just released these 10 new pawns. And one of the pawns that I really wanted to focus you gentlemen's well, men and women, I wanted to focus your attention on is a fragrance called Gambit. This one right here, right there. Gambit, the one all the way on the far left, is ridiculous. I want to get into this. It's considered a woody leather fragrance. The scent is expensive. Mind Games is not a cheap brand, or a brand that's, I would even say, affordable. They are definitely going for your pockets. But I also have to say, when I smell them, they don't smell like fragrances that don't meet that. Like, in other words, like they smell what they're priced at. They smell like the number they're priced at, in my opinion. Gambit. What is Gambit? Gambit is petitgrain, lavender, clove, cardamom. Guys, I swear to you, I'm not focusing on fragrances with cardamom on purpose. They just tend to be in a lot of fragrances these days, and cardamom is one of the best, most attractive spices you can put in a perfume. So, cardamom is getting a lot of love recently. But also, this fragrance has geranium from Madagascar and mimosa. It also has patchouli, sandalwood, and ambroxan. It's a very, very interesting, fresh, but dark experience. It's a dark, fresh scent, and it is insane. It is very interesting. It doesn't smell like a lot of fragrances on the market. It has its own thing. It's doing its own thing. But if you're a person who likes Costa Azzurra by Tom, if you're someone who likes Elysium by Roja, if you love Tiga by Bulgari, this is a scent that you will absolutely find awesome. It's beautiful. So Gambit is designed for the modern player. Huh. I wonder what I wonder what kind of player they're focused on. Anyway, daring and inspiring with virile energy that takes command and pursues victory from the outset. Definitely speaking to a masculine energy with those words for sure. A confident and unapologetic fiery scent with distinctive notes of spice, tossed with hints of fruity sweetness, and wrapped in a soothing warmth. Bursts bursts of fresh geranium linger in a deep haze of lavender before settling into the glowing base notes of sandalwood and amber. What an awesome fragrance. When I smell this scent, guys, I absolutely know it can't be purchased anywhere. I'm not going to find a scent like this where you would expect to find fragrances. This is not a basic one. It's just really, really dark, sexy, woody. If you love a fougere, you're gonna like it. It's a modern fougere. It's not old school. Doesn't give you church Sunday vibes. Like when I think of a fragrance, when I think of like a church fragrance, I think of something just very, very serious, mature, not something that you'd want to wear to be impressive, but where you'd want to wear to smell appropriate. You know what I mean? Like like when I think of a church style fragrance, I'm not thinking like, ooh, this is a scent that's going to make everyone love the smell. I think of like this is a scent that's appropriate for church, which typically aren't fun, you know. You don't wear fun things to church, you know. Who does that, But anyway, this is just insane, guys. I love it. So Gambit is a scent that I really, really wanted you all to consider. I really think if you ever tried it, you would love it. It's available in very few places. Only you can get it at their website, Bergdorf Goodman or Neiman Marcus. If you're in New York and you'd like a tour of Mind Games fragrances, just let me know. I would love to give you a tour of some of the best hidden gems at Bergdorf. You would be very, very impressed with the experience. Like, um, I really enjoy, like I've managed the maker's business at Bergdorf, and it is like an amazing experience for me to manage that line because I so love it and believe in it. But it also is an awesome experience when you come to Bergdorf. I get to give you a more of like a tour that focuses on your style of scent and your taste. So this way you're not just smelling random fragrances, hoping to bump into something you like. So if you're ever in the area, if you're from New York, please text me, hit me up, email me, DM me, send a comment in the comment section, leave me your email, whatever. I would love to share my time with you and give you an awesome experience at Bergdorf. It'll be one of the best perfume shopping experiences you've ever had, and I can guarantee it. I promise that would be your read when you're leaving. I promise. But yeah, Gambit guys. Gambit guys. Oof. If you're a dude that just likes a clean, masculine scent, and if you're a woman that just loves to smell a little less pretty, but you want to smell sexy and attractive, woody, Gambit. Gambit. That 100 mil is up there though, but you can, of course, you can get a sample for $10 off the website. If you'd like, you don't have to pay anything. If you want a sample of Mind Games, just let me know. I'll mail it to you. Again, though, it'll be easy with me because I have a lot of clients to mail things to sometimes, so it gets a little crazy. So if you did not get a sample or if you've asked for a sample and you haven't received it, you gotta like hit me up and let me know. I would definitely fix that. But anyway, Gambit. The porn of porns. Gotta say, guys. And this bottle, look at this bottle. Hold up, let me. I mean, you see it on pictures, but honestly, when you see things in person, it really, 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 really makes a difference. But I really dig it. I really, really dig it. Look at this. Look at that. Ridiculous. The sprayer. Let me show you something. As a fragrance nerd, things like this impress me. Look at this. You see that mist? What? Ridiculous. Absolutely insane. So yeah, Zamac cap. Gotta love Zamac. Zamac. It's aluminum, basically. Um, Woods, glass. This bottle is crazy. So that's the other reason why this brand is so expensive. Like the presentation is just very, very, very upscale. Beautiful fragrance, guys. Anyway, so now let's go into uh, Victoria Beckham. So I have all three Victoria Beckham fragrances here, and I wanted to share these again. I talked about them on my channel like literally last Wednesday, and this light is giving a lot of brightness. All right, there we go. These three bottles, um, hmm, these three bottles are really, really impressing me. The more I smell them, the more I like them. I have to tell you, I'm really, really like, I'm a little bit, honestly, I have to tell you, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the price point because they're not cheap. These three bottles are $200 in this size, and I believe 290 in the 100 milliliter size, which are not ridiculously priced because honestly, they smell really good. And they also don't smell like designer fragrances. Not one of these fragrances smells designer. The most easy breezy of them is not a designer level fragrance. They're all niche. They're all niche. They're all niche. By Victoria Beckham, by a celebrity. A celebrity made niche fragrances under her name. I'm so impressed, guys. I was really blown away. Um, the simplest of them is still challenging. This fragrance is going to be the best seller, clearly. I'm going to let you know right now. Portofino 97. I think that was the year she met David Beckham, and that's the reason why this fragrance exists. And and it's interesting because when she met David, I guess they were in Italy, and this fragrance just like speaks to their relationship, that meeting when they first met. The sprayers are not as good as the Mind Game sprayers, but you're still getting a good diffused experience. I'm a huge fan of this one. I'm a huge fan of all of them. These two are my favorite though. Sweet 302 and Portofino 97. I I really dig this also, but this is more of a rose. The San Ysidro dry fragrance is like a really dark coffee rose. Like it, but I prefer these two. These two, in my opinion, are the perfect day and night option from this line. Now, this could also be your night option if you're into it, but you know, I really feel like this could also be your day, your night, but man, or hmm, day fragrance, night fragrance, date fragrance, you know? Um, all of these fragrances fit a vibe. They don't step on each other's toes. They're very, very unique and interesting. Although they're going to remind you of certain things in perfume. I'm not saying like they're completely never been done before. They will remind you of fragrances you've smelled, but they're not beating a dead horse. I'm not smelling these fragrances all the time from various brands, which is really awesome. Um, I don't even think there's like, is there a cherry in these fragrances? Because that's the crazy thing. Everything has a cherry in it, you know? Um, and so Victoria Beckham's fragrances, everything has like everything usually does have that. Let's see, let me just double check. Okay. Okay. Supposedly there's oud in here. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Supposedly there's oud in this one. I don't really notice it. I'm talking about the yellow one, the San Ysidro Drive. I don't really get that. I don't really get that at all. I definitely get a lot of rose, and I definitely get a lot of saffron and a lot of freshness. But mm, gotta say, it's not bad. It's been destroyed on Fragrantica. Oh, I feel like Fragrantica just loves to destroy things. Like people on Fragrantica are so bored lately. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you go to Fragrantica, it's like people are just so, so angry. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, look at this rating out of, I mean, it's only 11 votes, but 3.09. It's almost like people are just like trying to destroy it because they don't like the person, not the perfume. And that's the annoying thing about the fragrance world currently. The fragrance world is all about like trolling, you know? It's like everything is a troll these days, you know? Um Anyway, the longevity seems pretty good because I noticed the longevity of this yellow bottle, the San Ysidro Drive, was very, very long lasting on me when I put it on skin. It got a little bit more ambery as it dried down, and I really, really liked it more in the end than I did in the beginning. The beginning, the rose was very, very prominent, but not a rose that a man can't wear, not a rose that anyone can't wear. It's just you gotta like a fresh, dark. It's a fresh, dark rose, you know, but still fresh, but not like too green, too bathroomish. Like I don't think like a bathroom air freshener with this at all. This is, and that's the reason why I think it's impressive. Now, when I look at the fragrances that people say it smells like, this is just disrespectful. This is just disrespectful. They're saying it smells like a Zara scent, a Puma scent. I don't even know what the hell this is. Purr by Katy Perry. Bullcrap. There's no way this smells like anything a Katy Perry brand would make. That's a lie. They're just both. Look at this. Axe. Really? Really? That it doesn't smell like Axe. I swear, boy. It's like people are just haters. Like they hate so bad. Um, Funny thing is, a lot of people consider this more masculine, but I don't. This is definitely a fragrance that women would easily be able to wear, but it's very, very gender neutral. It stayed on my skin for a really long time also. I noticed this was on me for at least 7 hours, which I was impressed by. So San Ysidro Drive from Victoria Beckham, definitely a scent that I would say a really good rose. If you're a fan of rose, you would like it. You would like it, you know? I don't know if you'll love it, but you'll definitely appreciate it because it's really good. Um, It's really, 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 really good. Um, Headless, I hope you're blessed. I hope please take care. Rob, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm really, really grateful. E, you're the GOAT. I love the content and I'm glad you're back in the game. I emailed you a few weeks back. Maybe I got the wrong email. Really, Rob? Okay. So it's EL. Darn it. Do I have a here? Let me show you. So if you wanted to email me, I'm gonna just share with you what to do. So it is EL. So let me show you guys. So this is, damn it. Ah, this is my email. No, come on, come on. See, I'm all off. You see that, guys? EL hyphen ATON at themaker.com. You got that? ELATON. Shucks. I'm so sorry, brothers and sisters. This is so annoying. But it's ELATON at themaker.com. You can email me there at any time. If you haven't, please email me again. I get tons of crazy emails, and I'm really really trying to grow my business, so I'm getting a lot of emails. So if I did not get to your sample, please email me again. But I am always going to mail you free samples based on a lot of the content that I make here at Bergdorf Goodman. So if there's something that you're interested in, just let me know. You're gonna get more than you ever expected when you deal with me. So yeah, I'm selling fragrances, but this is not the channel where I don't want to turn this into a sales channel. This is not what I'm here for. I'm here to just share with you guys fragrances that I think you should be considering or should pay attention to or should be aware of. But this is not like all about like make I don't want to make money off of you guys, like, but I do want to offer you exceptional service if that's what you're needing. You know, there's very few professionals in the fragrance world that will be able to offer you the experience, expertise, and customer service that I would. So, even though this is not a channel to sell, if you're looking to purchase fragrances, especially at Bergdorf Goodman, do let me know. I'm saying you will definitely not regret it. So yeah, going back, I feel like people are talking about this San Ysidro Drive in a very disrespectful way because it doesn't smell like any of this. This is all bull crap. I just am curious about what the comments are saying, just to give a little bit of a quick little look. Everyone, people are saying good things. Like people who are actually trying it are saying positive things, and I love to hear that. I love to see that because it's not a crap fragrance like these reviews and these smell like fragrance adjacent options smell like. It's just a very very impressive fragrance in my opinion, especially for a brand that's literally a celebrity brand. Anyway, going to the next one, guys. I want to share with you uh, Portofino 97. So Portofino 97, another fresh, clean, dark green fragrance. It feels like a lot of these fragrances it's like it starts off fresh, but it turns very dark very fast, and I'm into it. This is another fragrance that's gotten destroyed on Fragrantica because people are absolutely insane. I don't understand why so many people gave this such a negative review because it should not be a three fragrance whatsoever. Calabrian bergamot, black pepper, amber, incense, C notes, musk, patchouli, and vetiver. Um, People are saying it's weak. It is not at all, not even a little bit. This fragrance will stay on you for at least 6 to 8 hours. I noticed it very, very, very strongly. It projected on my skin. This is a fragrance that is fascinating because of course, it's a fragrance from Victoria Beckham, so everyone is saying it smells more male because they want to turn the fragrance off from potential women. As I said, Fragrantica has turned into Twitter. Like literally, it's turned into Twitter. It's like this is a place where just people just troll and just let their miserable flag fly, which is sad. Um, but it doesn't smell like Balda Freak. I saw that review. That's insane. It doesn't smell like Balda Freak at all. Um, Let me see. Wow. Yeah, I find it very fascinating. Even now, the comments on even some of the reviews are like talking about um, even the reviews are Trumpish because everybody's angry and mad. I mean, it's crazy, guys. Anyway, it's expensive, but I have to say this is not a basic scent. It's just really beautiful, and it's very, very green, very waxy and green at that. Mm. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I feel like this fragrance is very high quality. I don't think this fragrance is, it's like, it's a scent that when you smell it, you'll say, what is it? It's hard to pinpoint the notes. Jerome Epinette, the perfumer behind this, I think did an awesome job with it. It's probably one of the more unique freshies that you can find, especially from a celebrity brand or a designer brand. And even a lot of niche brands don't make green freshies good as this. So I'm impressed with this one. I think it's going to be their number one scent. And if you notice something, guys, let me show y'all something. Check it out. I mean, my damn lights are killing, but if you were to see, these fragrances have very similar vibes. Like, look at this. Look at this. I feel like these two fragrances, like, I don't know, like, I know Victoria Beckham is doing her own thing, but there's no way someone cannot tell me that this brand has an affinity of Tom Ford, has an appreciation for Tom Ford. Tom Ford is just literally making everyone do what they're doing. It's so fascinating to me how everyone is taking all the cues from TF. But yeah, they're taking cues from TF because this is definitely TFable, TF-ish. But finally, I'm my favorite of the three. I'm a huge fan of the Sweet 302. Sweet 302, though, out of the three of these fragrances, this is the one that stayed on my skin the longest, although this came very close to beating it because, damn, this fragrance just stayed on for a while. And I could also smell this in the air really, ooh, almost dropped it, really easily. You can smell this in the air without any stress whatsoever. But this one is probably the most, as I mentioned, the most challenging. And when I smelt this on paper, I was like, oh, that's dirty. When you smell it on skin, it's like, oh yeah, that's dirty. Giving it like a horse energy. Like this smells like a stable almost. It's funky, but in a cool way. And I know people are gonna be like, bro, you said that last time, but it's like I really, really love this. It's a tobacco fragrance with violet, but I don't smell pickles. And it's funny because it's supposedly there's oud in San Ysidro Drive, but when I smell Sweet 302, this reminds me of oud because it's almost dirty in the beginning. I'm almost smelling like something castoreum-ish. And look at this one. Look at the rating. 2 out of 5. Wow, Fragrantica has really become Twitter. And it's so deep and so sad how this website has gone from perfume to personalities. Ah, and this scent actually does have a cherry note. So, of course, again, as I mentioned, Tom Fordish. But I gotta say, the dirt must be coming from the leather in the fragrance because there are no like dirty components in this scent, but leather, and it definitely gives you that energy of like a very expensive leather couch or a very expensive leather chair or a very expensive leather, period. It smells upscale, very rich, very deep, dark. I don't get a ton of rose, although it's there. But the rose in this fragrance is like kind of like a hum. If you didn't know there was rose here, you might not catch it. But wow. The more I smell it, the more I like it. And even though there's black cherry, a very, very, very overdone ingredient at the moment, cherry is almost in everything in the top at this point. This does not make me think of all of the cherry fragrances. I barely even noticed the cherry. If you smelt this and your first, if you smelt this and you thought you smelled cherry, I would be shocked. I would imagine a lot of people smelling this and not even being able to identify the fruit. Again, a very impressive thing when you can smell things and not tell, when you can smell fragrances. If you've been an enthusiast and a collector for a while and you can smell fragrances and you don't know what's in it, that's a sign that that fragrance was very well blended. And this fragrance is really, really well blended. I think Jerome Epinette did an amazing job. An amazing job. People are saying this fragrance is very weak. That's a lie. People are saying it smells like a female fragrance. That's a lie. And look at this, of course, all of these. I really don't get it. People are saying this smells like Cuba fragrances. You know, Cuba fragrances are like $5. Oh my God. People are just ridiculous. It is no fun anymore to love perfume. It is like people are just so negative. The negativity is just really thick these days. Okay, let me read the comment that was just put up a day ago, because it's, I think, really interesting. I've purchased all three of the new Victoria Beckham perfumes, and this is my favorite. The other two are fab. Very sensual, sexy, and luxurious. The smell is stunning, and I'm getting lots of compliments wearing it last hours and hours. That is a very, very believable review. All of the other votes, all of the commentary, this stuff, everything above that review are lies. Lies and deceit meant to mislead you, you know? Um they people just don't want people to I don't understand the energy. I really don't. And literally Trump is on the screen. And I'm not saying it, I'm not getting political, but I'm just saying it's like politics, the energy of the fighting in politics is now seeping into other things and other areas in our world. And it's sad, especially to see it entering fragrance because so much polarization, so much negativity, anger, and it's sad because this is a fun hobby. This is a hobby that makes life more enjoyable, and yet people want to just take it into a place where it's just not, and it's really weird. But um anyway, screw all those reviews. Consider getting your nose on each one of these Victoria Beckham fragrances if you'd like. Lord have mercy. If you'd like samples of these Victoria Beckham fragrances, hit me up. Let me know. I will mail you samples with no issue, and you're not paying for them. You don't need a discovery set. Just let me know, and you'll get them. Okay? And you're going to love them. I think you're going to really, really like them. I think you're going to find them much better than you expected. I feel like these fragrances are going to definitely exceed your expectation. I it definitely exceeded mine. I expected crap. I'm not going to even lie. I expected crap. I shouldn't have because Victoria Beckham is very tasteful. This woman is, I think she just understands quality, and it's clear she does. It's just very, very evident. So yeah, I'm telling you guys, she made David Beckham's fragrances smell really bad with with this release. I really stand behind that 100%. David Beckham needs to step it up because that smells drugstore. This smells not the designer. This smells luxurious compared to those. So yeah, and if you're interested, as I mentioned, hit me up. Hit me up. Okay, Rob, I'm gonna definitely look and check out your email. I'm so sorry if I did miss it, brother, but I'm gonna double check and make sure you get what you need. Um, I'm blown away. I wonder if I sent you that pack and it didn't get to you. Can you email me again, Rob? I really want to make sure I get your information in your email, bro. And also, when you do, make sure you're emailing me with your address. When you email me, family, please make sure you're emailing me with your address if you're expecting me to send you a sample. That's very, very important. And it'll, make things a lot easier for me. So just definitely hit me up with your addresses and you will definitely receive fragrances of your request. Just let me know. I will, Bergdorf is my playground and you're my audience, so it's your playground also. So let me give you some things to experience. So let me know. Um, Okay, so that's where you sent it, Rob. Please let me know, bro, because like I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go and double check my emails and see if I can find it. But if I don't, please just resend it, and I'm definitely gonna take care of you, my man. And because I didn't get your last email, now I'm gonna send you even more than you expect, even more than what you expect. I'm gonna have you smelling things for a while. Is Byzantine Amber a good fragrance? Been looking for a good amber. Personally, for ambers, I feel like a great amber that you can consider is I love Amber Kiso by Durga. Huge fan of Amber Kiso. I love Fire from the Maker. If you're looking for an amber, that fragrance turns into an amazingly beautiful amber that doesn't overdo it. It's very, very spicy, very, very beautiful, but it's not aggressive. So if you're looking for a tamed, well behaved amber. I think Fire from the Maker is excellent. Amber Kiso, Amber Teutonic, which is being discontinued by DS and Durga. Amazing amber fragrances. I do like the amber. I do like this. You know, this isn't amber, but this is amber-ish. When you smell this fragrance, and you said, "Oh, I think a lot of people when they smell Sweet 302, they're gonna assume there's amber in it because it gives you that energy, that dark, ambery, warm, spicy kind of sweet. That's like what 302 smells like, but just very, very sophisticated and sexy. So yeah, if you like that vibe, you might like Sweet 302 by Vicky B. Um, I really dig it. So yeah. Ah, fascinating. I'm curious. So this is a new review, literally just as we Miserable Boomer. Wow. Miserable Boomer. I wonder if that comment is to a comment left below. I don't know. But yeah. $300. I'd rather buy an NFT from Logan Paul. See what I'm talking about? Like, really, bro? Why wouldn't you? Like, because it's Victoria Beckham? It is crazy. It is crazy. Guys, it's not who makes it, it's what it is. The brand isn't the important thing, it's what the production, it's what the brand produces that's the important thing. Um, well, actually, that's not true because I'm not a huge fan of a couple of brands like Bond Number Nine. I'm not into it at all. Um, Not a fan of the brand, not a fan of the company, not a fan of the person that runs the company, not a fan of anything about that brand. Wouldn't buy that brand, wouldn't spend money on that brand, wouldn't talk about that brand except to beat it up. Um, I'm not into it. That's a brand that I would never show love to or support because it doesn't matter what they make. I would never support the brand. So anything they make is crap to me. But yeah, But other than that, I'm open minded to everything, you know. So be open minded, guys. I just had to mention that because every time I can, I throw that brand under the bus and drive over it over and over and over and over. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm really feeling these Victoria Beckham fragrances. Basically, I really am curious to get your feedback on them. So if you do want them, just text me, email me, let me know what y'all like. Some of you have my number, so just get at me, and I will definitely mail you these fragrances along with others, just so that you have some options to consider for the remaining months of the year. Um, yeah, I'm excited. I really, really have a feeling you're gonna find them really awesome. Like I do. I really feel like you're gonna like them, guys. I hope you're doing well, Soka. Let me also ask. Let me see if I can find you an amber. Let me show you something. So, while we're on Fragrantica, I want to share with you all something. A way that I'm using Fragrantica in a way that's very helpful to me. Okay, go to search. Don't go to most popular. Go to highest rating. And I know that a lot of the people on Fragrantica are really crap when it comes to their opinions, but it gives you a nice little base to work with, a baseline to work with. Okay. And then I would go down here for ingredients, amber. I want you to see something. So if I were in your position and I'm trying to find a really interesting amber fragrance to experience, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go I'm looking, these are the highest rating. These are literally from here down the highest rating fragrances with the note of amber on Fragrantica. Now, I'm just going to continue to go down until I find something that I recognize and love. A lot of these that you'll find when you do ratings are a lot of these fragrances are like, let me just show you. A lot of these fragrances have like one or two ratings and they have like, let me just show you. So see, 10 votes, 5 out of 5. So 10 people voted 5 for this fragrance called Boozy Boy from Superfumista. Never heard of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious. I'm very curious. When the fragrance has 10 votes and everyone voted a 5, either they all work for the brand, but this makes me curious. And it has one of my favorite ingredients of all time, plum, in the fragrance. So interesting. But yeah, you see how I literally just went on, typed the ingredient that I'm a huge fan of, and then I just looked at a bunch of fragrances that fit a similar, that basically are ranked from the highest rated, and then I chose one. I'm definitely gonna get a sample pack of this brand, definitely. Um, and yeah, and you just keep looking and, do due diligence, look at the scents that, check these out and keep going for more results. And as you keep checking out, as you keep going further and further down, you're going to notice more fragrances with more ratings and choose one. Consider it and get samples. That's a great way to do a lot of the research before you even walk into a store. And then when you have like options that you want to try before you walk in, now you don't waste time. You're literally like a shopper that's prepared. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of like a little quick little thing I wanted to share with you. I should go into like using Fragrantica as a perfume collector in the most effective ways. In my opinion, this is definitely an effective way to find fragrances that are more aligned with your style and your taste. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Tonight, I'm going to be hanging out with Chris Collins. Chris Collins is going to be doing an event at his home, and he's inviting a bunch of folks to experience the new fragrances the new fragrance that he's going to be launching for Bergdorf Goodman, which is going to be a Bergdorf Goodman exclusive, and it's going to be an oud fragrance. I am excited. I've never been to Mr. Collins's home, but from what I'm hearing, it's absolutely wonderful, and I can't wait to smell the fragrance that he's about to launch. A black-owned fragrance brand, and I'm very, 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 very familiar with it. African Boribos, I think is it. African Buribos. I can't remember. Chris. There we go. African Ruibos. Yeah, anyway, this fragrance right here, I'm definitely getting, so I'm excited about it. I'm picking this up. I love the way it smells. It's one of the best fragrances from this line without question, and it just came out 2 years ago. Look at that rating. Ridiculousness. No one hates it. Very few people dislike it. Most people love it by a crazy, overwhelming rating. Look at that. Very few people hate it, dislike it. Few people even think it's okay. Most people love it. Some people like it. Insane fragrance. I cannot wait to buy it. But anyway, I'm going to be hanging out with Chris in a few. So I got to get out of here because they're picking everybody up at 7:30 to escort everyone to his home. So I will be hanging out with a really awesome fragrance maker and a great guy. We've hung out a couple of times, and I just think Chris Collins is great. So anyway, guys, it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to chat with you all next week. Next week, we're going to be chatting about one of these fragrances, one of these fragrance lines I brought with me. One brand is called Day 3 Fragrances, and the other brand is called Claudio Zucca. Claudio Zucca and Day 3. We're going to be talking about these brands in the upcoming weeks. I'm excited to do first impressions on them. So I'll let you all know. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm really grateful for you all to come through. Thank you so much, everyone. It was such a pleasure, Rob. I'm so sorry that I didn't get that email, but thank you so much for the super chat. And please re-email me so I can get those things to you. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much, Papa Bear, for coming in at the last second. I'm so sorry that I wasn't in before. And yeah, supply and demand. Come on, African Ruibos is next level. And I'm a fan of smoky scents, so that's right up my alley. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming through. I hope you have an amazing night. I'll see you next Wednesday, absolutely for sure, live at Bergdorf Goodman. I can't wait to show you the next awesome fragrances that I am scheming on. Have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you so much for showing up, and I'll see you next week. Stay blessed, guys. I'm E, and this is Simply Put Sense. And I'm simply OUT. Peace. Oh, yeah, and comment, like the video, share the video, do all those things, because YouTube ain't a fan of lives. They prefer recorded videos. So help me get these like a lot of people on my YouTube channel don't even a lot of people that watch my videos don't even know that I'm doing YouTube, guys, because the way YouTube sets things up is ridiculous. But anyway, share this video, talk about it, let people know that I'm doing my thing again, and please share with people my channel. I would be very grateful for it. And I hope you're all blessed and well, and I will see you next week. Take care. Be safe.